Next thing on the agenda is new business. I need a motion to approve the bills as submitted for payment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, being all yes, motion carries.
I need a motion to approve appointments, bills, and settlements as submitted for Donald C. Woodard.
Second.
Motion second, being all yes, motion carries.
I need a motion to approve a drawdown request number one in the amount of $75,840 from the West Virginia Courthouse Facilities Improvement Authority for the renovation of the large courtroom and give Charles S. McCann President authorization to sign the stated documents.
So moved. Second.
Motion second, being all yes, motion carries.
I need a motion to approve the budget revision for the coal severance budget carryover as presented to be submitted to the state auditor's office for approval.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, being all yes, motion carries.
I need a motion to approve the budget revision for the general county fund budget carryover as presented to be submitted to the state auditor's office for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Your motion second, being all yes, motion carries. And on that note of budget revisions, it's good for the county to know that, and a thank you to the taxpayers, I think, that we have money to carry over, meaning that in the regular general fund budget and coal severance, that we're able to pay all the bills that were encumbered last year and put in the budget and had money in excess. And in this day and time, that's important. It's important any time, but certainly more serious now with the state of affairs nationwide as far as the economy. We're fortunate and thankful, I think, to the good people of the county helping us do that.
Next thing on the agenda is, you may want to talk a little bit about ambulance and fire levy before we set.
Well, we've been notified from the auditor's office, and we were aware of it, and had some preliminary discussions already that the 5-year fire and ambulance levy will expire this coming year. The year we're operating in now, the fiscal year, will end the present levies that we have for fire and ambulance. And we have talked a little bit with some of the people that's involved in that, and felt like we need to get started in order to meet the time frame of trying to get things ready for the November 2nd election. So we have, one of the requirements is that you have a public hearing. And so that item we have on the agenda here is the purpose of that is to provide input from anyone that might want to talk about the structure of the levy, how it is, where the money goes, look at reports, whatever, and see what we've done. And then as a near time, then we have to put the levy call together and start putting pieces in place to make it a legal document to be put on the November 2nd ballot. So this motion here will get that thing moving.
And the language of the levy will be drafted based on the needs of the fire departments in discussion with them.
And the ambulance
ambulance.
authority, yes.
So moved.
Motion and second, and then just to look at it from the public's point of view, it's August the 9th at 5:30 here in this room to have this public hearing. Motion and second, all yes, motion carries.
Next thing on the agenda, I need to set a special session of the Lincoln County Commission for August the 9th, 2010 at 6 p.m. for the fire and ambulance levy call. At that time, you all will have to adopt the levy call, yes or no, and because it has to be prior to 84 days before an election.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, all yes, motion carries.
I need a motion to accept the energy grant in the amount of $200,000 for the ventilation system for the HVAC at the Lincoln County Courthouse, and the specification for the grant to be advertised in the paper.
Second.
Motion second, all yes, motion
Is
carries.
this kind of what we were just talking
Yes,
about?
yes.
Now, these people want to, we're going to go ahead and submit this, and then what are they going to do to what we just approved? As far as what are they going to
They're
talk
going to
about?
write out the specifications
Okay.
for us to be advertised in the paper.
Well, that's what I was going to say, so that's got to happen prior to this happening, doesn't it?
Well, we just have to set the grant we know by word of mouth that we have the grant, you are just accepting the grant, so we can go ahead and move forward.
Okay, but now, what I'm saying is we'll talk to these Comvest people or whatever before it's advertised, because we won't know what we're putting in the paper, right?
Yeah, don't talk,
Yeah,
don't
Rick,
talk
get all
great
that.
for them.
You
Okay,
just-
Spec
okay.
for it.
All right,
So we won't advertise something we're not gonna.
okay. Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
concerned about, why hire them if we're gonna go ahead and put out the
Pick
spec
something
anyway?
else out.
I don't know for sure. The next thing on the agenda is a court security grant, and I'm real glad that if you look around the courthouse, we have received so much grant money that's helped us. And this next thing is a court security grant to enhance the Lincoln County security system in the amount of $71,782. So I need a motion to approve the contract by and between the Division of Justice, Community Service, and the Lincoln County Commission for the Court Security Grant Fund in the amount of $71,782 to enhance the Lincoln County Courthouse.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and second. Does this grant require us having a matching part? Do you know?
No.
Okay. Being all yes vote, motion carries.
I need a motion to approve the drawdown request number one in the amount of $9,566.43 from the Governor's Community Partnership Grant Program for the Hearts Daycare, and give Charles S. McCann President authorization to sign the stated documents.
Second.
Motion and second. All yes, motion carries.
One question about the daycare. I mentioned to Judy this morning, the Hearts Community Center Board of Directors had voted to put a camera inside the daycare, and they did not know the legality of having a camera inside the daycare just to protect themselves. So they wanted us to look into that matter with the prosecuting attorney to see what his legal opinion is.
And I can check into that, and I think we do have another camera that we could add to it instead of taking that away from the door that you had suggested. Just go ahead and put one in and see if he says it's legal. I need a motion to approve the employment of Brian Noble and Robert Jeffries as part-time telecommunicators at the Lincoln 911 effective July 14, 2010, as requested by Alan Holder, Director.
I did discuss this with Alan, and it's basically just temporary fill-ins when he needs people. He ran short over the 4th of July, and so he felt like he had to get some help. And these people are working in other counties, I think Cabell and Putnam maybe, but they're willing to help out here, so just temporary.
I will move.
Motion second, all yes, motion carries.
I need a motion to approve the appointments done in vacation of the Lincoln County Commission by Donald C. Litton Clerk as follows. Clara L. Thompson as administratrix of the estate of Pansy Ray Burwell. Matthew Turley is administrator of the estate of Carson Turley. Patricia Atkins is administratrix of the estate of Mildred Marie Fisher Ryder. Adair T. Smith as administratrix of the estate of Junior Mansfield Smith. Doris Ann Tackett as executor to the estate of William R. Tackett. Anna Louise Aldridge as administratrix of the estate of Kent Jr. Aldridge.
Second.
Motion second, all yes, motion carries.
Do you want to talk to them about this next thing? I need a motion to approve the contract agreement by and between the Lincoln County Commission and Chris Terry to provide mapping of all existing water line within Lincoln County and all projected water line extension for the next 5 years in the amount of $6,000.
This is part of the $50,000 grant that we received to upgrade our 2002 water plan. And we've had a meeting of all the PSDs and water providers. I know Mike was there, one of his board members, basically to talk about